You're listening to Rody and Linnelli with Richard Rodewald and Greg Linnelli.
And you know who I'm going to get pissed at? I'm going to get pissed at my brethren. The Cleveland Browns fans. First of all, let me say.
Oh, boy.
I've never been as close to throwing in the towel as a fan as I am right now.
Now, when you say throwing in the towel, do you mean you wish your team moved?
Yes.
No, you can't say that.
Absolutely.
No.
Never been as close to either that or just literally not giving a damn. Now,
don't give a damn. Don't give a damn.
Makes the heart grow fonder. The draft will come. They'll disappoint me again in the draft probably because we have Better Call Saul making our picks now. I guess Sashi Brown, bad Sashi Brown's going to be our guy in charge of.
That's an insult to Better Call Saul, by the way.
Goodman. But seriously, Cleveland Browns, what the hell is wrong with you? Let's get into all the other coaches.
It's the worst run franchise we've seen
in sports.
I think in professional sports since
ever.
I mean, honestly, since since the second time they came back.
Oh yeah, they're.
Is that? Can you make that? How many winning seasons have they had?
2.
2 in how many years?
17. 16.
Now look, I was in Pittsburgh where the Pirates lost for like 22 consecutive years.
That was a money issue.
It was a money issue, but they had bad drafting. I mean, they made some terrible decisions. I think in the NFL, I think it's you don't get a pass for missing on these college players as much as they've had over the last 17 years.
Well, you don't get a pass for signing Dwayne Bowe to $9 million guaranteed. And he's inactive 8 games out of the year.
It's bad.
Healthy freaking scratch.
It's bad. It's bad. And you know what? It starts with ownership. As much as you can talk about the coaches and things
Jimmy
like that.
Haslam's a moron.
He's an idiot. And just because he came from Pittsburgh doesn't mean all of a sudden this guy knows how to run a franchise.
He's a buffoon.
He doesn't. He's done everything anti-Pittsburgh.
He's a crook. How many truckers is he still paying out from Flying J?
He's got some issues.
I get so freaking angry because of what we just talked about.
Yeah.
I could have told you 2 freaking years ago that Johnny Manziel was a bust. Mm-hmm. He's a crap quarterback who doesn't belong to be drafted in the first round.
He's literally a crack quarterback.
Crack quarterback.
You can make that case.
He had to be completely rebuilt as a quarterback to even have a freaking chance in the NFL. You morons went out and wasted a first-round pick on him.
Yeah.
You go and draft guys that you never even interviewed, Justin Gilbert, and he's telling the coach that he refuses to go in the game.
You needed a receiver last year after you know Gordon wasn't going to be there on the team, and who did you take?
Nobody. Odell Beckham just went by the wayside.
Cooper, right? Was he in that draft? Amari Cooper?
This past draft, yes. It's disgusting, the level of ineptitude from the Cleveland Browns. And now Johnny Manziel. And this is where I have a problem with the fans. Because there's a certain number of brohios who were born when Nick Swisher was an Indian and everybody became a frat boy in the city of Cleveland.
Oh, boy.
Johnny Manziel sucks. He's not good. The crap that Johnny Manziel does off the field should not be allowed from a good player, let alone one who freaking sucks.
He stays, everybody else goes. Is that amazing?
It's terrible.
Shouldn't he be let go once the head coach was let go?
He reportedly showed up inebriated to meetings this past week. I guess that's where the quote-unquote concussion came in and why he was sent home. He's supposed to show up for treatment on Sunday, game day. They can't get a hold of him because he's in freaking Vegas.
By the way, I heard lights are good for concussions.
Right.
The bright lights in Vegas.
Lights of Vegas?
And the loud noise. I heard that's good for concussions. I want to ask the Browns, how does it feel to let Brian Hoyer go now? Because that's what you were left with.
Yeah.
There's something to be said for a guy that's dependable. And I don't want to make this a Brian Hoyer debate, but I'm just saying this is kind of, I think, a microcosm of the Browns. Sometimes the safe, the prepared route is a good route.
Yep.
There's some stability there with Brian Hoyer. Yeah, he might not throw for 4,000 yards every year, but you know you're going to have a guy that's going to come in and work hard.
Well, and here's the stupid, and this is where I take the fans to task.
Oh, boy.
People will still defend Johnny Manziel.
What will they say? What will they say?
Oh, he just needs help. Get him some help.
Yes, so you know what you do? You quit football and you get help.
He tried rehab.
Now, he does need help in football.
Failed at rehab, yeah. He does.
What do you do when you need help both on and off the field? What do you do?
You go back and run mommy and daddy's oil business.
Well, you go to Vegas and you get drunk.
You do.
And you don't have to tell anybody's
Like,
problem.
I can't fathom why you make excuses for this guy still. Why? Based on what? The one or two highlight plays that he gives you in a game that you're getting blown out?
Look, right, I mean, it's something we've talked about on the show a lot, right? It's ego. They selected Johnny Manziel, so you have to defend the pick. You have to justify why you brought in a troublemaker who had a lot of deficiencies as a quarterback coming in that a lot of people pointed out, Rody. It's an ego. You have to.
There's a lot of fans, and you know this, but there's a lot of fans who just drink the team's Kool-Aid no matter what. We talked about this around draft time, Greg, and we talked about backlash you get. You remember you and I talking, how many fans came at me for saying if the Browns were given odds at over or under 5.5 wins, I'd take the under in a heartbeat before the season started.
Yeah.
And you're a bad fan. You don't know what you're talking about. Hello? I highballed you with the 4 wins, the 5 wins. You got the 3.